not going to lie, this is probably one of the most important videos I've done this year and something you want to pay attention to because there is a bill running through the House of Lords at the moment that's going to affect every single person in the United Kingdom. Oh, and I guarantee you will not hear a single thing about this until this gets passed through the House of Commons. This is breaking news, everyone. Because today we're going to talk about the Data Use and Access Bill, which is a proposed law in the UK that will drastically change how personal and business data is handled. And it's a 262-page document. This bill gives the government new powers to demand data from businesses, including details about what you buy and how you use services. And it also introduces a system for digital identification verification, centralizing sensitive identification data. Now, while the government claims this is about improving efficiency and transparency, the bill allows law enforcement and intelligence agencies to access and protest data with fewer restrictions, raising significant privacy concerns. While this might be good in the case of terrorism and stuff like that, this also gives them access to everybody's data. And it even creates new databases like a register for underground infrastructure and updates for births and deaths, but at the cost of expanding data sharing powers. Some critics have argued that this could pave the way for more surveillance, with businesses forced to comply under stricter penalties. But let's just run through what this is actually going to do. First up, it grants government the power to require businesses to provide personal and business data. And this includes customer data, e.g. purchase history, and business data, e.g. operational details, digital verification services, otherwise known as DVS. It's also going to introduce a framework for identity verification services, possibly centralizing identification data. It will establish regulations of how data is processed, including automated decision-making and transfers to other countries. It proposes a national underground asset register for public infrastructure, updates regulations for birth and death registers, modifies data protection laws, including how specific categories of personal data are handled, and includes allowances for intelligence and law enforcement to protest personal data with fewer restrictions. Increases monitoring and penalties for non-compliance, and expands powers to share data between public authorities and third parties. And this could undermine privacy protections by allowing more lenient conditions for government and corporate data sharing. So what do you think? Is this a mass invasion of data privacy, or is this something we need in this country? Because this sounds to me like a run-up to central bank digital currency, digital IDs, and how they can make sure they know exactly what all of us are doing at any given time of the day. This bill is currently in the House of Lords and is in its third reading before it goes to the House of Commons. It is a Labour proposed Lords bill, so the likelihood is that once this gets to the House of Commons, it's going to be fast-tracked through by the Labour government and no one will be able to stop it. Let me know what you think in the comments.